Welcome back to Strange Things from Across the Pond. Today I'm quite snacky again. I'm going to eat this. Alright, I've got myself a Chico stick. Chico stick? Sounds like there's chicken in this. But then when I look, it says crunchy peanut butter rolled in toasted coconut. So no chicken, but it's still called a chick or stick. Okay. It says it's gluten-free and vegan, so there's definitely no chicken in it, but that's just a confusing name. With simple ingredients. Well, we'll soon see about that. Ingredients are cane sugar and corn syrup. 'Cause America. Peanut butter, which is made of fresh ground dry roasted peanuts, salt and preserved with vitamin E to maintain freshness. You can use vitamins to maintain freshness? Okay. Toasted coconut, turmeric colour, vegetable juice colour, natural vanilla flavour and palm kernel oil. Contains peanuts and coconuts. Yeah, you don't say. Manufactured in a facility that processes peanuts and uses milk, egg and tree nuts. Well, I should think it is manufactured in a facility that processes peanuts. It's a peanut product. The fuck?
That just makes no fucking sense. I mean, it's just bullshit. Fuck. Oh my.
Made by Atkinson Candy Company in Lufkin, Texas. Right, yeah, it says made in America, quite proudly, with bioengineered, it says on there, which, if I'm honest, bioengineered or GM crops aren't that bad of a thing. They've got quite a bad name, but they're actually not a bad thing. You can genetically engineer crops to be like resistant to pests and disease, and they're important in maintaining our food supply now and into the future, so yeah, it's interesting that they're proudly promoting it, whereas here in the UK, you know, GM crops seem to be something of a dirty word. So even though they're actually everywhere and there's nothing wrong with them. Well, yeah, again, another quite simple product, as it says, simple ingredients. Can't really complain about that. Those are a pretty simple list of ingredients. Let's open it up and have a taste. Here we go. Well, it looks like it's already broken, but never mind. Right, so that's certainly interesting appearance. I don't think it's meant to come broken, but it is, but that's not an issue. I'm not sure what to make of that. It's on the inside, I'm trying to show you, it's some sort of hollow, almost like a honeycomb, but hasn't quite formed properly. In the end, it's all sort of, I don't know what that is. It's almost like it's, actually, yeah, I know what that is. They've been making this, they probably make it by the mile, huge long sticks of it, and then a machine just chops it off at the right lengths. And clearly it's doing it before it's properly roasted, so it's still like squishy. And this is quite solid now, but yeah, it's clearly been chopped off before it was fully cooked. See, normally, when you're mass producing and you need to cut something, you use what's called a sonic blade. It's basically like a bandsaw, but it's moving faster than the speed of sound. And it gives you a really clean cut. See, this looks almost like it's been done by someone just with a knife like that, and not a very sharp one, so it's sort of pinched to the ends. Interesting. Right, I'll give it a sniff. It smells just as you would expect from the description. It's coconut and peanut butter mixed together. That's exactly what I'm getting. I'd say the peanut is probably stronger than the coconut, which is interesting considering I think this powdery stuff here is the coconut. I don't think there's any coconut in it. I think that's all peanut in there. Yeah, and I can only assume that what look like bits are the bits of peanut that have been ground up and then they're sort of pressed into this syrup. Yeah, it's certainly an interesting looking product. Let's try breaking one in half again, shall we? Oh, it's brittle. Ah, look, you can see there quite easily. That's a piece of peanut sticking out. But yeah, it's brittle. It's almost like a crunchy bar, or the inner part of a crunchy bar, but just a little bit more dense. Interesting. Right, let's give it a taste. Oh, that's not the easiest thing to bite into, that's for sure. I'm not sure what to make of that. That's interesting to say the least. Don't recommend giving this to children unless they have strong jaws and strong teeth. That was quite difficult to bite into, and it's really quite chewy once you get it going. Interesting sensation on the tongue as well. It's almost like it's got sherbet in, but I know it hasn't. But yeah, it's sort of tingling sensation. Yeah, it manages to be both crunchy but then chewy later. I imagine it's the outer part of the bar here. It's almost like hard toffee. You know, you start chewing it, warm it up a bit, and it just goes sticky and tough. Let's have another bite. Yeah, it's doing it again. It's crunchy at first, but then after a couple of chomps down, it goes really sticky and chewy and starts sticking to your teeth. Also, I have to say, the coconut is really being overpowered by the peanut flavour. I can smell it, but there's not much in the way of coconut flavouring there. If I suck on it, like you would a lollipop, then I can taste the coconut. But if I just take a bite out of it, it's completely overpowered. I just realised what it reminds me of. A stick of rock that you get from the seaside. I imagine a lot of Americans don't know what that is, but everyone in the UK knows what a stick of rock is. That's what it's like. You know, you first bite into it, it's rock hard and crunchy. Then after a couple of chews, it goes chewy. It's that texture, that exact texture it really is. It's sort of aerated and crunchy in the middle, but then the outside is what makes it hard to bite into but chewy at the same time. Yeah, it has the texture of a stick of rock, but the flavour is something else. Obviously peanut, but there's something else going on there, and I can't quite put my finger on it. Let's try another bite and see if I can figure it out. Alright, I think it's just the peanut butter coming through, because we have chunks of roasted peanut in there, but also the peanut butter mixing with some of the sweetness of the sugar and the corn syrup as well. And now that I've eaten over half of it, I am starting to taste the coconut, but initially it is really overpowered by the peanut flavour. So I think all those flavours combined is what I'm tasting. It's very nice. I'm really liking this. I wish I had another one. I'd eat 2 of these in one go, no problem. Yeah, that's nice as that. Let's try this one more bite. Yeah, I like that. I'm going to have to ask my partner to get me some more of these. This came from the BX on RAF Mildenhall from their snack aisle. They've got quite a decent snack aisle. I quite like going in there and get lots of stuff from my YouTube channel from that aisle. And it's great. Right, I'm going to have another bite or 2 or 3 of this, and then we'll do conclusions, I think. Alright, so conclusions on Chico Stick. I'm going to say, if you want a peanut-based stick of rock, then get yourself a Chico Stick. It's actually really nice. The texture is not what I was expecting, it being crunchy but then chewy all at the same time. But I have to say, I do like it. And the flavour is something else as well. The coconut mixing in with the roasted peanuts, so you've got the saltiness that's coming through. Now that I'm nearly through the bar, the salt is really starting to build up, but that's to be expected when you've got salted peanuts in something. And it's to be expected with American food because they love salt. A little bit of sweetness coming through, which will be the corn syrup and the cane sugar. Yeah, it's a really interesting mix of flavours. I wonder if I could take this to a rock maker next time I'm at the beach and say, hey mate, start making this. This stuff's great. They'll probably just look at me like I'm weird, but you know. Yeah, I highly recommend the Chico Stick, which doesn't contain chicken, and I've no idea why it's called that, but highly recommend. Very good. Right, I'm going to stuff this in my face, so for now, thank you for watching. Thank you for watching this video on doing stuff and filming it. Please don't forget to press the big button here in the middle to subscribe if you haven't already done so. If you liked what you just saw, please click the like button below and leave a comment letting me know what you liked about it. And as always, thank you for watching.